All right, in our last video, we talked about DNS records. Great. Now we got to start looking at, well, what happens if your DNS records are good? Your mail exchange records look great, right? It says that you should be able to deliver emails, but yet your website still isn't doing it. Well, there might be one extra step you have to do, and that's called SMTP. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up SMTP properly with Gmail. And it's really quite straightforward and simple once you work through it. There are other ways to do it that are just a one click and go. But if you find that you want a free solution that holds, works very well, and you want something that's going to help you back up potential messages that you're getting from your website, just in case something goes down, this video is for you, okay? Take a watch, learn a little bit more about how we, even at our agency, back up emails just to ensure that we have a record of something in case something goes wrong. My clients love it, I love it, and here it is. Stay tuned. So, we're going to talk about something today called SMTP, which is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. And essentially, SMTP allows you to send messages through that specific email, and so that the deliverability increases. And so we're going to go through two tools today. First one is going to be the WP Mail SMTP plugin. And then the second one is going to be the WP Mail logging plugin. These two combined will help you not only be able to ensure that your emails are sending and getting received, but then also ensuring that you have a backup of anything that kind of communicates through your website so that you have a record in case something happens, okay? Now, the purpose of this video is not to show you the one-click easy authentication. Anyone can do that. It's simple. You click, you put in your password, you go. And I'm gonna show you where that is, but it is a pro version of the plugin. Today, I'm also gonna be showing you the nitty-gritty, more technical way to get your SMTP running step by step, but exclusively here for Gmail today, okay? We may have another video on Office 365 in the future, all right? So knowing that the SMTP is what allows messages to be exchanged across your website, things like contact forms won't send to your email if it's not set up properly. And that can be really scary. You know, you don't know if your leads are coming in. So this is going to help you. Now, if you already have a branded domain or a Google Workplace, then you don't have to worry about creating another Gmail account. I generally will just use one like sales@yourbusinessname.com or support@yourbusinessname.com. I'd recommend doing that versus like doing your SMTP for your own personal email, just because then when customers see the email that it's been delivered from, they're not as surprised when they see like support or reply@, or whatever it may be, okay? So this is probably gonna take about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna really work through exactly what steps you need to be successful with this. And I'll go step by step through which buttons to press and why, for the most part, and how to get it into your website. So I brought up a website of our own, allinonedigital.ca, and all I did was remove the SMTP. Now, currently, no one can get messages to me. I'm going to show you how I would install it as if I was doing this job myself, whether for myself or for a client, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do is install WP Mail SMTP. And you can find that just by, again, going to plugins, adding the plugin in. So I'm going to hit install plugins just so that I can show you exactly what that plugin looks like. So view details, it looks like this, okay? It's updated fairly regularly. I love it. It works really, really well. And this paired with WP Mail logging will ensure that you have the protection you need for your emails. So install this system, and then we're going to pop into the settings. Now, when you first open this up, it's going to try to get you through the launch setup wizard. You can use it if you want, totally up to you. I'm going to show you again just the more technical side of it so that if anything comes up, you're going to be able to handle this. So you're going to have a few different options here. So you're from email. We're going to be setting up with analytics at aiodigital.ca today. So I need to make sure that that's put in there. If I want to force from an email, meaning that this is the only email that shows up when emails are being sent, I can force it by just hitting this on. If you want other emails to be the contacts, that's fine. Again, it's all just going to flow through the email that you set up for SMTP. Same thing for the from name and the force from name. You can do it that way. Now, most of the time, this is going to be set to PHP default. Now, what if you're already getting emails sent and you're getting emails delivered from your contact forms, but you haven't set up SMTP? Well, some hosts do it for you. They set up a PHP system and they run the email system, and you can just send it through that. If you have something like that, fantastic. But what we're seeing is more and more companies having to move over to SMTP, and so this video is perfect for you. Now, there are many different mailers out there. I mean, this is just a small handful of ones that I've seen. Generally, we use Google or Office 365. I'm going to show you Google today. So I'm going to click on Google, and it's going to ask me if I want to do a one-click setup. If you have the pro version, do it. It's so much easier. You punch in your username, your password, and it goes. Super easy. But if you're like me, willing to take a couple extra steps to not have to pay for a plugin, then cool. So I'm going to start going through how you get your client ID, the client secret, what is an authorized redirect URL, and then the authorization all the way through. Now, I've already got this information in because I've already done it. I just disconnected it for this purpose, but I'm going to show you exactly what I pressed and how I created everything, okay? And then I don't have a backup connection and I'm not saving yet, all right? So we're just going to leave this as it is right now, and then we're going to go to cloud.google.com. Now, again, if you don't have a Gmail account yet, or you don't have a Google Workplace, go ahead and create a gmail.com account. You can use that for Google Cloud, no problem, okay? Make sure you're signed into the right account, so I'm gonna make sure I'm signed into Analytics. And then I'm gonna click Console, and that will bring you to the main console page. In the top corner, this is where projects are. So if you have multiple projects, you'll see them all here. If you don't and you need to create a new project, click New Project. I highly recommend putting in the project name. If you don't have a billing account, it will set you up for a billing account. Totally fine. You're not going to be charged for this SMTP protocol. It's more so that Google can ensure that if you use other APIs or systems that do require a charge, that you're getting charged for it. So project name, make it your company name, your billing account, your organization, and then just hit create. And that's going to take you back to here, but with the project being able to be picked in the corner. All right, you've already done step one. Step two now is going to be ensuring that you create the Gmail API and the small app, cool enough, that we're going to be designing so that it's very, very quick to get SMTP back onto your website. So to do this, we're going to come up to the corner and we're going to hit API and services. Now there's so many different things you can do. I just want you to focus right here, and we're going to go into library, okay? Now this brings up the API library. Google has so many different functions that it can do, and I'm not even going to start getting into how crazy it can be. All I need you to do is type in Gmail at the top, okay? When you do that and hit enter, you're going to see the Gmail API. You're going to click into that. Now it's going to ask you to enable this API. You're going to hit enable. It will load for a few seconds, and then you're going to be able to hit manage. Now this API can also be found along the side under API and services, enabled API and services, and then just click into Gmail, and it shows up here as well. Okay. Now what do? Well, first of all, we're going to need some credentials. So we're going to go into credentials, and we're essentially going to create the web client. Okay. This API key is a little bit old. We're not even going to worry about this right now. I know it says October 30th. I was just playing around a little bit earlier. Don't even need to worry about it. We're going to be setting up an OAuth 2.0 client ID. So I'm going to create credentials. And then I'm going to go into, just give me 1 second here. It's just taking a moment to load. Go. And now you're going to go API key to start. The API key's there, hit close, it's just gonna stay there for a minute, okay? Now you're gonna also open up an OAuth client ID, and you're gonna click into that. And what you're essentially doing is you're kind of creating like a little mini app that's essentially just like the one-click step, but we're just creating all the systems to do that one-click step. It's crazy. So application type is going to be a web application because it's for your website. You can name it whatever you'd like, that's totally fine. And then you're gonna go down to authorize redirect URLs, and that is found right here. So you're gonna copy this, make sure every slash everything's accounted for, or else you're gonna have issues later. So come back here, under authorized redirect URLs, I'm going to add that URL in, and then I'm going to hit create. Now, once I hit create, it's gonna give me the client ID, which I'm going to copy and paste into here, and then the client secret right into here, okay? Then you're gonna hit save settings. Now that that's done, you're gonna have that web client, right? This is the old one, I still have it here. But then the last thing you're going to need to do is just make sure that your app is published, okay? So to do that, you're gonna go to OAuth consent screen here on the left. It's going to change up your selection here to audience. And then this is gonna say internal, make external. You click on that. So here, I'll even just show you, there you go. And this was set to internal. Looks just like this, okay? So you hit make external, you're gonna hit it for in production, and that's all you have to do, okay? So you have your client ID, your client secret, your authorized redirect URL, all inside. It's all done. Now you're going to hit allow plugin to send emails using your Google account, okay? Now, if you did this right and you've had the redirect perfectly in here, it's going to show up like this. If you miss anything in that redirect, it's going to give you an error that says error 400 redirect underscore URI underscore mismatch. If you get the error 400, it means that either a slash was missing or something was missing to inside the authentication, inside the redirect, and it's not working, okay? If you have this, you're doing good. I'm gonna click into analytics because that's the program I'm using or the email I'm using. I'm gonna allow it. You have successfully linked the current site to your Google API project. You can now start sending emails. I'm going to scroll down, the connection's there, connected as is set up, settings are saved, things are looking good. Now, how do I know if it's working? Good question. Go into tools. I'm just going to put in my personal email. I'm going to hit send email. The test might have been sent, but its deliverability should be improved. English, I tell you. And then it's going to give you some domain check results. If you've seen my video on DMARC, DKIM, and SPF inside the domain for DNS records, then you will know that you definitely need an SPF record. Now, this is just a test. I'm going to add that in the future. But to guarantee, it's either going to say your message was delivered or it might say it might be sent. But the best way to determine if it has is just check your email, okay? Your email will look like this. It'll say it was sent successfully, feels good. So now your emails are connecting. You can send emails, people with contact forms, it'll come in. Make sure you test, always make sure, but you should be good to go there. However, what happens if it breaks? What happens if something happens? And now all of a sudden, you don't have SMTP working. This was the biggest problem with the old way we used to do SMTP, which was with the email and an app password that you could create under security inside your Google account. But then, or you could have easily just used the email and the password. But then of course your clients are going to change their passwords. And so it just never connects it 100%. This will lock it down. Makes it so much easier. Last thing I want you to install, and I recommend it, please do it, is WP mail logging, okay? Whoops. You'd think I would know this by now. There we go. Now, what is good about this plugin? Well, one, it's updated all the time. Two, it's made by the same group as WP Mail SMTP. And third, it's free. Heck yeah, we like free. So now you see WP Mail logging just right here, and then you're gonna see email log. In here, SMTP is already done, don't have to worry about that. Settings, don't have to worry about, but it's gonna show you how many emails were successful and how many were failed. So now let's say someone goes on and they do a contact form on your website, but it doesn't send you the email saying, hey, a form has been submitted. It will show up in here either under successful or failed. And you can see who it was sent to, what the subject was, what the error was, and you can see a copy of the email as well. So, oh my gosh, my SMTP's been down for a couple days. I don't know if anyone ever sent me emails. I don't know. This will help you. Because then you can jump on in, you'll see what the clients have sent to you, you can have a good idea, you can respond to them, hey, sorry, blah, 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 here's what we're doing, and it just makes it so much safer. Always have a backup. It is just one of those things that you absolutely have, and it's essential. So 2 free systems, a little bit of time, and that's all it takes for you to create SMTP for your WordPress website. The nice thing about it is now that it's set up, you really don't have to touch it at all, but you have those steps, makes it a lot easier. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ending of this video here. So in future videos, we will talk more about SPF and DKIM, but if you do have questions about making sure that your emails deliver better, then I recommend you checking out that video. And it should be coming out either pretty soon or already out, just depending on when you're watching this video. Again, if you have any questions about what you saw here today, if you have any questions about, if you're getting stuck somewhere or you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't understand, reach out to us. analytics@aiodigital.ca. Reach out, ask your questions. I'm more than happy to help. That's what we're here for. We are essentially marketers that talk with normal language, really make it easy for the people to use. And feedback is always required. So please let us know where we can make improvements, because again, we're rooting for you guys. All right? Have yourselves a great day and take care.